I would now like to invite Mei up, who is going to tell you about her work.
Good morning, everyone. Someone also waved at me when I got 40 seconds left, because that was pretty good. So a couple of years ago, when I was still a head teacher, I woke up on a Friday morning, checked my emails, and the front cover of Schools Week said, I had a big photo of children toasting marshmallows with a massive headline saying, "School cancels classes for campfires." That was my school, and that was not exactly the way that I wished to announce to the education world that we had indeed become a scouting school. There was some truth to the story, but like I said, that's the media for you. But we moved things around in our timetable so that we could offer scouting to all of our upper Key Stage 2 children. And there were several reasons for that, but the main one was that when we did a survey of our 420 pupils, only 10 of them at that time were involved in any kind of scouting or equivalent activity outside of school. And when we asked the staff, all of the staff had done something like that when they were growing up or when they were children. So we really felt there was a missed opportunity here. And more importantly, it wasn't because scouting wasn't available in the local community, it was. There were lots and lots of packs, lots of groups, but there were real barriers to and reasons why our children weren't accessing it. So the main one was financial, because there is a fee, there's an annual fee that you have to pay to join one of those groups, and they can kind of set that to whatever they want to. And then there's things like uniform and being able to participate, and there's a lot of things that happen at the weekends and after school, and having parents that are able to do those things. And the second one, the reason was because our school had a bit of an identity problem within the area. We served a particular estate in the community, and it was quite a segregated area, so there was lots of affluent families, and so we really felt we wanted to change the way the community saw us and saw our pupils and our families, and also the way that they saw themselves sometimes within that. And so scouting was the answer for us, and I'm certainly not standing up here advocating that that is what everyone should do, but it is just about finding that thing within the community that might make that difference and give your pupils or your community that opportunity. So in terms of benefits and what it did, it gave our children access to a really rigorous outdoor learning curriculum. So every Friday school stopped at lunchtime, we would all don our uniforms, and we would do scouting for the afternoon. It was really important to us that it wasn't extracurricular, and again that it was completely universal and inclusive. Holding to that principle was really, really key. So we did work that into our budget. The other thing that it did was it sort of solved this identity problem. I say solved, but it really helped us with that identity problem, because suddenly these young people were part of a local, national, global family, and they were taking part in parades, they were taking part in competitions, they were standing up and doing speeches. And the third thing is that it brought the community into our school, physically into our school, because suddenly we were hosting those competitions. We had the local private schools send their scouts and their explorers down to our school to help our kids put up tents, so we're being incredible role models. And we made all sorts of connections that we just wouldn't have otherwise, and that was a really enriching experience for all of us, not just the children and young people. I say put up tents because we did have campfires, we did have bonfires, and we had amazing overnight camps that we had about 100 children camping on the fields, most of whom had never slept in a tent before. And again, the sort of positive externalities that came from that, with families saying to us afterwards, we bought sleeping bags, we bought a tent, we're going to go camping because they loved it so much. So those are all the things that are hard to quantify but actually make a huge difference. So that was in a past life, but it really gave me a taste for sort of what can be achieved when you work collectively as a community. And I really, really wanted to do more in terms of community impact work. So I'm not sure I was a particularly good head teacher because I just got kept drawn into those things. Those were the bits that I loved and wanted to do, which is now when I'm now working for Reach Children's Hub, which is a charity that was set up by the school leaders of Reach Academy in Feltham. And those school leaders sort of had the same approach in terms of thinking that there was sort of issues and concerns within their community, that they really wanted to think creatively about how they could start to do more. And their solution was to set up this separate charity so that we could have the real sort of capacity to do that. So I lead a team, a really diverse team, which I think there's real value to. So some of us have a background in teaching and are educators, but a lot of people have a background in family support, in youth work, and managing children's centres, so we're all bringing different experiences and skills to that team. And the key thing for us is this cradle to career model. So we are starting antenatal classes on Monday, free antenatal classes in the area which currently don't exist and you can't access. And so we've taken right from cradle all the way through to how do we support people outcomes and into work and other opportunities. So there's lots that I can say about that. I mean, I just think the key thing really is that the way that we work is all about relationships, and I think that's something that, again, every school, and regardless of how you're working, can make a commitment to building those relationships, because we just know that the support that children and families need in terms of navigating what is otherwise a really challenging system, if they have that key relationship and that person holding that can make all the difference. So I think that's one of the really key things. And the other sort of underlying principle, or the reason why we do what we do, is because we believe that whilst good schools are necessary, they're not sufficient. Schools can't do everything, and nor should they be made to feel like they should have to. So how can we think about different ways of different models that can work alongside schools that are really closely aligned? We have exactly the same mission as the school, which is to ensure that all children and young people can enjoy lives of choice and opportunity, but how we do that and the way we work